Alright guys, so this is going to be a medium-ish video. I don't know how long this is going to be, but it's going to be a video on this Brum Iceberg I made. So yeah, I'm going to briefly go over this. This isn't going to be very highly edited, as you might expect, but yeah. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So here we are at the tip of the iceberg. So this is basically anyone who's seen this in passing, this show in passing, will know. So Birmingham, pretty simple. It's filmed in Birmingham. That's all. It's Birmingham, the big town. BBC. That's what it was shown on. Brum gets things done. That's the main theme. He's a superhero. Yep, and his owner doesn't know he's alive. Some people might know that last one. People might not know that one, but still. All right. That's basically the very tip. Let's go on to the next layer. So here we are at the surface. So it's a museum, not a garage. A lot of people somehow don't know that Brum lives in a museum and he's not a garage. But yeah, so next up, Rex Garrett. A lot of people know that he built Brum, and yeah, he unfortunately passed away like a year ago, I think, 2019, 2 years almost. Brett Davis, he's one of the controllers of Brum. He was the main one. He did most of the movements, and there was another one that control like his eyes, I think. I don't know which ones he did specifically, but yeah, two eras. There's the 90s and the 2000s. Some might consider 1991, 1994 different. I think they're basically the same, but they're very similar though. The Cotswold Motoring Museum, basically before, it's the museum, not a garage. That's where Brum lives, and that's where the Season 1 Stunt Brum, I'll get into that a little bit more later, and the animated reboots. Yeah, there's really bad cash grab of reboots that they show on YouTube. Yeah, there's the CGI one, and there's that 2D one where Brum doesn't even look like Brum anymore. But yeah, alright, now let's go on to the next layer, where things get a bit more interesting now. So here we are in the shallow waters, where some stuff a little bit interesting now. Mike Kavanagh, he's the one who owned the Cotswold Motoring Museum. Yeah, he sold it in 1999 and retired, so that's why it's a little bit different from how it used to be. BBC iPlayer warning. This was quite recently when it was added to BBC iPlayer Brum. For I think about a year or two it was added. So at the time of the video it's still up there, so go watch it. If it's watching this at the time, it's still up there. So yeah, there was a warning. It said this language inflicts from the 90s and early 2000s. Got a lot of backlash. It was on the news, apparently, on news sites. And yeah, quite crazy. There's Brum pedal car. There's this Brum pedal car that was made in the 2000s. Corgi Brum model. That one was released by Corgi, as it says in there. It's basically a miniature Brum model. And yeah, there was actually two variants. There was the one with white eyes, and there was the one with yellow eyes, which is a bit more rare. And then there also came in a bunch of packaging versions. I'm not going to go too much detail. There's the one came in the Cotswold, which is in an actual box. One from the Ragdoll shop, which also came in the box. And there's also one that came on like a blister card, which is shown in a lot of stores. I don't know if these actually made it out to the outside of the UK or not, but yeah. So yeah, now on to the theatre show. He's had a few theatre shows. You've gotten one with Des O'Connor's. I might go into that one a bit later. I think that's actually later on down. There's gotten a couple. I'm not even sure how many. There's one. Is it one in 1991? That I don't know. I might put a picture of that one on the screen. There's not much information about that one. Scrapyard. Yeah, that one's very creepy episode. That's why it's on here. Same with the Flood, which is a bit creepy. The Runaway Sofa, that's on here because basically in Scrapyard, Flood, and that episode, he almost dies, which is a bit creepy to think about. Roof Up in one episode, that's about the little girl lost, which has his roof up, which is only seen in that one. Apparently that's because the creators didn't really like how he looked with it up. Apparently the series 1-2 could also have his roof up, which they never showed. But yeah, and now onto the radio controlled toys. There's been two. There's one by Golden Bear, and there's another one. I forgot what the company that made it, but there was another one that was made. And there's also an unreleased one from the 90s, which is actually pretty sad. That one actually never came out, I'm pretty sure, unless it's extremely rare, but I don't think it actually released. So yeah, now we're on to the next layer. Get things getting even more juicy. So here we are in the Big Blue, it's called. So now, the prototype model. So what you're seeing on screen right now is actually a clip from The Secret Life of Machines, which is I'll link the full clip in the description, which you can see with the actual audio of it, where he explains everything. Yeah, that's the prototype model of Brum. You can see it's quite different. He's got completely different. He's basically an exact replica of an Austin Chummy, whatever his car is based off, and he's got Brum 1, his red license plate. He's very different. Now, the more than one Brum. So a lot of people think there's 1 or 2 Brums made for the series, which is completely wrong. There's actually multiple. I don't know the exact number, but there's a lot, both for the 90s and the 2000 series. Right now I'm going to show you a picture of the 4 models that were used in the 2000 series. You can see 4 of them there. There's stunt and hero models. I'll go more into that in the next one. But yeah, they actually apparently they reused some of the series 2 and 1 models for series 4. They might have retrofitted them. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, we'll go a lot more into some of these a bit more. But yeah, so the next one is the stunt hero models. So basically, from left to right, the second one, the one with the weird eyes, is the Stunt Brum. So they used him for a lot of stunts, and when he's basically chasing things, they throw him. They basically drive him up things. I don't think he didn't have any electronics other than his eyes, I'm pretty sure. And I think for his hand crank, I think they used a drill or something, I heard. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, there's like a lot more lighter. He's a lot more cost efficient, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's that one there. The first 2 series, they did use stunt models. Like I said before, the one at the Cotswold Motoring Museum, that one's the stunt model, actually. That was actually reused in the episode Flood. I think we might go on to that one a bit more later. But yeah, but I don't know really why they made a stunt model for the first series, because since the first 2, they're a lot more gentle with him. He doesn't really go chasing things or much. Basically in Scrapyard, really, and it's basically when he's being lifted up by the helicopter, and in the Flood, really, but not really that much. But yeah, 90s Brums used in the 2000s. I just went over that basically. Basically, yeah, they retrofitted probably some of the 90s Brums to fit in the 2000s ones. Golden Bear, that's the company that makes some of the Brum merchandise for the 2000 series. Learn with Brum VHS activity book. That's apparently there was an activity book that came with that VHS tape, which had Safari Park, Robbers, and Kite on that tape. I've actually never seen that activity book, so I wonder how it actually looks like though. But yeah, let's go on to the next one, I guess. Oh, I forgot about the kiddie rides almost. But yeah, the kiddie rides. There's 3 kiddie rides. There's one for the 90s. They had the Series 1 theme. There's another one that had the 2000s theme. That was used at basically a slightly upgraded version of the first version's body, but then the third one, completely redone with the 2000s audio. But yeah, let's go on to the next layer. So now we're in the depths. So the 90s books, as you can see in the right to that picture there, there's that weird Little Wheels book out and about with Brum. That's I actually never seen the full book. I've seen a couple of pages that came along with that image, but yeah, there's basically like that Little Wheels book. There's the ones, those 4. I think there's 4 animated books. There's a Kite, Fire Engine, Seaside, and Move's House. That's what it is. And yeah, there's also I think it's Tire Trouble with Brum. That one. There's he's actually got his pop tire, and I've never seen that book. That's basically same author that did the A Big Day with Brum, I think it's called. That one where he goes into the actual museum. That one seen a lot, but the other 2, along with that Little Wheels one, not very seen. By other 2, I mean the Little Wheels one and the Tire Trouble one. The Holland DVD and tapes. Basically, there's Holland. In Holland, they released a couple DVD and VHS tapes. They're very unique because they've got a specific new art style on the front. You've probably seen them before. But yeah, audio cassettes, basically those 4 books, the Kite, Move's House, Seaside, and the Fire Engine one. Those got some specific audio cassettes. 2 of them have been found. There's another one, the Move's House one, that someone has, but they haven't uploaded the audio of that. The Kite one, people don't know if they actually did have an audio cassette one. I think I found a listing on Amazon where they had it, but I'm not really sure. Pretty sure they do have one though, because it would make sense to just do all 4 of them and not just 3 out of the 4 of them. Japanese VHS tapes. They basically release Japanese VHS tapes for Japan, obviously. He got very popular, and I put this on there because they've got a very special cover like the Holland ones. Not as special as the Holland ones, but they actually got an anime looking Brum, which is quite crazy to me. Promotional merchandise. There's some VHS tape and a couple other things are made for promotional purposes. I don't know if they were released or not. Maybe a limited amount, but yeah, I don't think I have any photos of them. You can probably find them online somewhere. Won 3 awards, all of them in 1991, except the next one, which I'm going to talk about, the 1990 award, which is a bit strange. Some people have found that a bit weird since he didn't release in 1990. He released in 1991. So I think that means maybe the commercials they found really nice. I'm not really 100% sure. Maybe they showed that to a small amount of people and he won that award. So I'm not really sure. An RC event. There's 2 RC events. There's one where he went to the same place they filmed the Wheels kart racing episode at. And there's another one which is really low quality image, which I probably won't be able to show because it's private. It's basically him at like some, it looks like a ice skating rink, but it's actually some RC event apparently. But yeah, so on to the next layer. So here we are at the bottom of the iceberg. So cancelled movie. In the 20 years of Ragdoll book, they actually said it from Anna Wood and Chris Wood. They actually said the movie was in production. So I wonder what would have that been about. So this is a 2000s era. Apparently, I don't know why it was scrapped. Probably because not enough funding, or I'm not really sure. But yeah, Series 1 USA tapes. I had a different episode title in the intro. Basically, one of my other videos, you'll see a card. Just go watch that. You'll understand after seeing that. Random House US VHS tapes. They had a DIY 3A Brum model, which you can see in that picture there. It's basically that model, which is quite cool. The Insider's Guide. So basically, that one's got a bit of facts about Brum, like blueprints. You got to do a bit more research on that. I've forgotten what it was about. There's a few pictures on it, but they're quite special, so not many people's showing them. Yeah, so let's just go on to the next level. So here we are in the abyss. Kate Gang filming incident. This one probably could have been a bit higher in the list, but yeah, you got the Kate Gang, which is in the photo right there, where the Stunt Brum, it was going up the thing, and he fell right into the thing. The thing he was supposed to fly over. He had one job, but he didn't do it, and he fell, and that's really sad. And he got broken quite a bit, I think. But yeah, Season 1 Brum and Season 2, basically going on a bit later with the Stunt Brum and the Cotswold Brum. That one was about how the Brum and the Flood. That one actually had when Brum's being washed out. They actually used the Series 1 Brum. I think that was the Cotswold one. I'm not really 100% sure, but the Cotswold one, I mean the one that's in the museum. So yeah, unreleased episode. There's one about there's this parade and they get chased by some bee or something. I don't know. There's a few unreleased pictures on it. I don't know why it got unreleased. I don't know really why. It's probably in Ragdoll's archives, maybe with Wild, but I'm not sure. So yeah, the Season 1 Stunt Brum is the one at the museum. Yeah, a lot of people think it's the main one, the hero one, but it isn't, apparently. Apparently that one's at Ragdoll, probably. They probably have it in like some warehouse, apparently. Apparently it used to sit under the steps, according to a few employees, apparently, under some steps at some headquarters. I'm not really sure about where the hero one is. And apparently that one wasn't converted, since apparently someone apparently took him to a few events, probably that RC event. One of those RC events probably took him to, and he was still alive around 2000 apparently. Yeah, the Season 2 Brum was stolen. This one's got a very interesting story. So on the screen right now, I'll put a picture of some interview with Toya Wilcox, who said one of them was stolen. They didn't specify which one, but apparently it was apparently in the middle of Season 2. Apparently a few people went in the van, took him out, and they stole him. Apparently people were furious about it. People working there were furious. Apparently that's probably why they had to use the Cotswold Brum in the flood scene. That's the theory why. Quick little update I'm making in the middle of editing this video, but I just want to quickly say that apparently that Brum that got stolen, it's a Series 2 hero one. It's apparently the one that Rex Garrett owned. So it was somehow recovered, and then they brought it back to him. They gave it to him. It was a Series 2 Hero one, like I said before. I'm not going to go into full details, but it's the one that he owned. He's shown it off in a couple of videos, and there's probably a few pictures of it. It's not the one. Apparently, he also owned a Season 1 Brum, and that's the one that made it to his funeral. Apparently, so Rex's family owns 2 Brums, a Series 1. I don't know if that's a Stunt or Hero, and the Season 2 Hero Brum. So yeah, check the pinned comment and the description if there's any updates. I'll update it there since I don't have the full details on the story of it. But yeah, let's go on to the next one, I guess. So unused themes is for the first series. The person who made the music, probably gonna butcher his name, Kajatin Poski. I'm not sure. I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, he made a demo for it when he was working with I think it was Anna Wood he was working with, and he sent in this demo which I'll play right now. So there it is. That was a demo test which got him the job. So yeah, he basically was chosen to do the music for the main theme. But yeah, that along with the story was on his site, so you can go check that out. So here's the next one, which appeared in a video collection trailer, which is probably just made for the trailer, but I'll include it anyway. Yeah, so that ended. Just to explain, basically that trailer had a segment of the kite, and when it starts to go pace a little bit, that's when the kite starts tugging on his starting head, and it comes out right at that moment. So yeah, anyway, on to the next and final layer of this iceberg to wrap things up. And buckle in, since this is the best part. So here we are at the final level, and if you somehow haven't buckled in already and got interested in this, well, now's the time. So here we're at the ragdoll shop Brum. So basically one of the Stunt Brums, the one from before, the second one I'm pretty sure, that one actually, after filming ended, they wired some electronics into him so he could move to attract customers into the ragdoll shop. So they replaced that one. There was originally the Series 2, maybe even before that was a Series 1 Brum in that display window, but they put that ragdoll shop Brum there, or that Stunt Brum, to attract customers. They wired him up, and that picture right there to the very right, that's actually it right now. Not really, probably not right now, or technically is, but yeah, that's basically in 2016. That's it, all broken up, sad, because after the shop closed down, they basically moved him somewhere, probably into a warehouse or something. That's like on a shelf, I'm pretty sure, and he's all broken up. And that might be one of the retrofits, because I'm pretty sure someone said one of the parts on him looks like one of the ones from the Series 1 or 2 ones, so that's quite strange. The Des O'Connor show, basically, Brum had a show on him, might show a couple pictures, maybe not, but yeah, that's the same theatre that Brum went to in Opera. I'm pretty sure one of the theatres that they filmed at. Season 1 parade float, there's basically this picture of him, he's got his own parade float to promote the first series. Road and safety event, there's basically a couple pictures of him at like some kids event where he teaches kids about road safety. Now this is the best part, this is why it's at the very bottom, the prototype is still here, so buckle in, because this deserves a whole view on its own, but I'll include it here. So as I said before, the Brum prototype, if you somehow don't know, if you just somehow, but yeah, anyway, you're probably wondering what happened to this prototype, where is it dismantled, was it given to Rex Garrett? Well, after this was filmed, and it was said that it's not going to be used, they actually brought it to the Cotswold Motoring Museum, and here it is. It's from a Cotswold Country VHS. As you can see, it's got its roof down, you can see it's got missing that part on its grill, it's missing its pupils, missing its eyelids, missing a lot of parts to it. As you can see, this next photo, you can see that it's got his roof up in this one, so they must have kept on changing it back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, so as you can see here, this one, you can see it's actually in Series 2 in the intro. You can barely see it. You might think it's one of the Series 1 Brums, but it's actually the prototype, as you can see, since it's in the same position as the other photos. But yeah, also here's another picture right after this. This stock photo, you've got a lot better shot. You can see it's missing his pupils, as I said before, missing license plate, a lot of parts. So what I think is they basically turn into generic Austin, because they left all the Brum features on. A lot of people will be confused, like, why is it Brum like that? They could have probably just said, oh, this is what Brum could have looked like, but they just turned into a generic one. And you're probably thinking, is it still a Cotswold Motoring Museum? Can I go right there right now and see it? Well, it's not there, not on display since when the museum was bought out in 1999. The layout changed, it's gone. Along with a few other props in that photo, you can see the kite, you can see a couple other things on the thing, you can see the soap, you can see the rose, you can see the leash. Some of those are still in the cabinet in the museum, but basically all gone. So where is this now? Well, someone named James Propmaker, he's great channel, better subscribe if you want to see more about him. Basically, he's building a Brum replica. He went there to measure the seats of the Stunt Brum that's out there for his replica, and he was also allowed to see in a back room or upstairs room that basically hidden from the public. And apparently, as from him, it said it's still there. Apparently, and yeah, so apparently the manager doesn't want any photos of it released in the public right now. So yeah, that's why this is a fun little recreation. This isn't the actual image, obviously. He said it's covered in spiderwebs, apparently, so it's probably going to be a lot more darker room covered in spiderwebs. And he's working with the museum to see if he can get it back on display, fully restored. So hopefully that happens. It might be, depending on the time you see this, like another 5 years, it might be up there, but I'm not sure. But yeah, so hopefully that happens. And that's a very interesting story, isn't it? So there you have it. This is taking me over 4 hours to do, probably plus editing, probably more, probably like 6 hours. But there we go, we finally made it to the end of that iceberg. There were a staggering 20 plus minutes, just like 22, 21 minutes of that. So if you guys like, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.